All right.
Okay. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Hello, hi, welcome to the pre-stream. How are you guys doing?
I am
We're
doing
here.
well. Denock is not, but he will hopefully get better.
It's
That
gonna
is the hope.
take a couple of days.
At the very least.
Okay.
But that shit's not going to get rid of the psychic damage.
Okay, everything looks wait. Yeah, it's live now. Wait. It is live on Twitch. I am live now. God, I don't know, I'm just so scared that it's gonna just fall apart at any second. Because it's done that already. So the moment I look away, it's just gonna stop.
Just make sure you don't meddle with it. Hopefully, if it's like one of those card houses, and you just like don't breathe on it or near it.
Start.
Yeah, hello.
Why does it say that you are streaming 2 lives?
What do you mean?
Wait, I have to make a screenshot. Wait a second.
What am I
just-
streaming?
No, wait a second.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
might
wait.
need to adjust the PCs on the starting soon screen.
Yeah, there's 2.
Yeah, here's what I mean.
Yeah, there's 2.
Give me 1 second. I'm taking a look.
You know, I like to ask about the tags you put on this Twitch stream.
Oh, the reason why it's because OBS is having some issues.
Like, I understand part of the tags. I get PNG tuber, art, stupid idea, and stuff. The thing that loses me is alien.
I don't remember why that's there.
Okay, no, yeah, you're streaming the same live 2 times. I don't know why.
Secret. It's broken, that's why. I don't know why I'm streaming twice. This does not make sense. This is.
You know what?
Okay, wait.
Does it need to? If we're being completely honest.
The problem is, if I click this button, I don't know if it'll break or not. I'll try. Now let's see. Either it'll break or it's fine.
Break.
Don't you fucking dare! I'll end you.
Come on. Just break.
You
That's
bitch!
all we need.
I'll fucking end you. See, because the thing is, I got this multi. See, listen, OBS has a multi-stream setup now, and because of that,
okay.
it's got some default things going on. And I don't know if I should have YouTube enabled or disabled because I stream on YouTube. So
well,
I
for
just
YouTube,
disabled
it seems
YouTube.
good.
So if we're lucky, it'll only disable the other one.
For YouTube, it seems to be good.
Okay, YouTube, it'll only disable the other one. So a Blaster Momos Pass should just stop working now.
Let me check. Yep, it's just continuously loading.
Okay, good. That means everything's working! Fuckingly!
Wait,
You know, I really like the cat tower still here.
Yes.
wait, hold on. It's
Hello.
back up.
Hi, cool bot, how you doing? What do you mean it's back up?
It resurrected. Hold on.
No.
For some odd reason, it's like really far back though. I don't know if it's like.
Oh, it's
I'm
done.
not really.
No, it's
Oh,
a
it's done,
2
okay.
minute. Okay, so that's just an accidental thing. I'm gonna have to delete that.
All right.
Uh,
Okay, good. I thought it
I-
resurrected.
I-
for a second.
Okay, at least now we figured it out. We fixed the problem. So I understand now. I had to select the stream and I had to click start stream separately. Otherwise, if I click in the morning, what happened was I selected the stream. I clicked select and start stream, and because of that, it just broke the Twitch stream and only streamed for like 2 minutes.
I see.
Okay,
Um,
done.
Stream.
I
Seems
have
to be
fixed
working.
it. I have done the math. I've
Tabletop
done the
simulator.
impossible.
Stream.
Yeah, but by the way, I'm looking at the stream and the fact that everyone is fucking giants, and then there's
Listen.
Tiny Denock.
Listen,
Tiny
Yeah.
Denock.
I need to have a separate
Very
starting
tiny,
soon for D&D. I don't know why I don't have it.
Why is everyone massive? Why is everybody a giant? Why does this always happen to me?
Listen, it's your fault. You should have thought about this beforehand. The fact you didn't is very upsetting to me. You don't know how
Bruh,
sad this makes me. Chat's been
streamer
disconnected. Chat's been disconnected? What do you mean chat's been disconnected?
Even out of game, Dinok must suffer.
God damn it!
Okay, wait. The multi-chat should work. Please? Please? I don't know.
Star, if you're
I am offline on YouTube, it says.
what do
Well-
you mean by that?
I
Strange.
put a test message so the Twitch chat's working.
1 second. I am online on YouTube. It's just the multi-chat, so I can't see the extra chats. Okay, it's working. It's working. Okay, for some reason, it just wanted to just scare me. That's what happened. This OBS is like, hey, if you look at all chats, I understand you might be streaming on YouTube, but
No.
I can't even
Exactly.
show it to you. See, if I click all chats and look at multi-chat, okay, it's like, oh, YouTube is red, it's offline, and Twitch is green. And then the live
Star.
chat keeps saying, chat disconnected, chat disconnected. Yep.
Star. Are you gonna
Yeah.
stream Tabletop Simulator?
Yeah. We're gonna start now.
Awesome.
Did YouTube die?
By the way, there is a reason why Dinok is looking like this on stream, and that's because he did cast Thaumaturgy to make his eyes look back to normal.
Well,
'Cause that is
fuck
a thing
you.
you can do.
Well, that means that you're.
Oh,
God,
I
fucking
thought you were
damn
about to
it.
explain that you got shrunk.
Yeah,
listen.
so,
It'll go
so-
back to normal. It'll go
yeah,
back,
yeah,
like, you
yeah.
know.
That means you're in the wrong size, and I need to resize you.
Uh,
That's
I
it.
plan to make you work, Star.
How dare you? You're rude.
he's still
Listen,
too big.
It's still too big.
Listen, he's that big because of fucking head.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's
He
okay.
needs to be deflated a bit. There we go.
It's fine.
Okay,
It's not
we're
bad.
missing 2 people, but that's fine. Hopefully, Litney's not going to show up, but hopefully Laviande shows up.
God, one can only
Hopefully.
wonder what she's going through right
Okay,
now.
right.
Question.
So first question, Razzle,
Yeah.
the updated thingy were
Oh,
that's not now.
yeah.
Is that are you want to show? Is that something which you have now or no?
I need to switch it. Give me 5 seconds.
No, I need to like story wise. What's up? Is that something you've gotten by now or not?
I feel like, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Hold on. I
Okay.
just got a picture.
I'll have to update your token sometime.
What's going on?
Just gonna.
Okay, right. So let me just show you guys. So in the art channel,
I got it. No. Let me do it.
Okay, to anyone on stream, this is what's up. I'm waiting for you.
Oh, there it is.
Okay. It's gonna go off that.
Ping everyone, by the way.
Oh my God.
What just happened? Why'd you become a squire?
He turned into a square.
I am reducing in order to that.
Guys, I didn't know this was possible.
Okay,
with
should work.
Dragons.
You're not gonna post it?
What do you mean post it?
Oh,
On the
there we go.
Discord.
Isn't that your job?
I'll post the
Huh?
art on Discord, bro.
Sure. Yeah, I just didn't want you to beat the show off.
Yeah, you did show yourself off pretty well.
There it is.
I can't post it. Okay, there we go. Everyone. Yeah. So that's Raz's new art. Ignore the fact that I couldn't type.
I see.
So
Yeah, you didn't even get like.
Listen, I started typing and I realized I could just everyone's here, so I could just say it. So yeah, people on Twitch, Raz has got an updated outfit. Raz is
Yeah.
no
So did she like
longer
just
Raz is no longer a monochrome mime. Raz is now a monochrome.
Jester?
Yes.
Jester.
I see.
Instead of black
So
and white, she's now purple and black.
did
Ironically,
this happen like in front of Dinoc, or like, has this always just been a thing?
I don't know. It's up to her.
No, nah, you would have noticed the change of attire.
Basically, they got a new outfit, but I don't know where they get a new outfit.
What part of I am the only one that seems to know
Oh,
how
yeah.
to sew on this team do you not get?
You know what? That's fine. They finally made the new outfit. Okay, does
Dinoc's more
anyone
just
does
confused
that
on like
now?
when it happened.
Now I want to know. Does anyone want to do a recap?
I'll make the attempt if no one else wants to.
Go ahead, I forget.
Yeah,
All
no,
right,
I also forgot.
So last we left off, technically we didn't deal with a demon, but someone dealt with a demon. It was the storm dragon in the region. Sarah got blinded. Dinoc basically stood directly in front of the lightning bolt and tanked it. Then went over to Raz's ex. Raz was, I think like bargaining for their life to Solstice, or just generally trying to, discuss it. Dinoc just
No,
basically.
she wasn't trying to bargain. She was insulting
Here's-
people.
Here's
And
the art,
Solstice
guys.
got mad.
I see. Either way, Dinoc made his way up, tied up Raz's ex, Jacqueline. Then bid someone to acquire Sarah because Litney disappeared while trying to bring Sarah over to Dinoc. Dinoc, who was on fire, by the way, got put out when Raz freaked out that he was on fire and wasn't, doing anything to put himself out.
I
Then
don't know why you're not. I feel like that's a perfectly normal reaction of this guy's on fire.
No, yeah, it is a perfectly normal reaction. Dinoc just, he's not having a great day. All right, I'm gonna be honest. Sarah went, eventually got to Dinoc. Dinoc, once he was finished, tying up Jacqueline, cured their blindness. Then got hugged for about a minute before he reminded Sarah that he needed to breathe. There's a lot of discussion on what was going to happen, what they were going to do. I think there was a discussion on who was going to take the shark dog. I don't know who won that argument. I think someone was going to just take him. But I don't know who that was.
While
Either way,
while Raz is the owner, it has been accepted into the dog pack.
I see. Dinoc then suggested they get back to the camp. They went back to the camp with a little bit more role play and discussion. Jacqueline got to meet the other NPCs as well as have a little talk with some of them. Dinoc finally got to introduce himself officially to most of the NPCs, mainly just first name basis and hey, yeah, I'm following with,
Yep.
One can only imagine
Jacqueline,
how half of them were like, "You look like death."
yeah, no, he definitely did.
I so desperately wish more than one of us had tabletop simulator so we could like interact with all these objects.
I have Tabletop Simulator. But either way, Dinoc then, I think initiated by accident a argument between Jacqueline and Jabel, or just whoever the wizard apprentice with
Right
them.
here it is Jabel and that's Jacqueline.
Yep. Then they all went back
Jabel for the first time was actually like actually talk back to someone. Then again, she didn't really have much of a reason to talk back to anyone till now.
They had Jabel also had a slightly interesting conversation with Dinok, who figured out who their like wizard companion was. Also dropped the fact that he was a lone survivor of the withering. But eventually everyone got into the cart. Sorry. Sarah made the mistake of asking Raz how to deal with friend zone problems.
Yeah.
And then initiated a 3-hour-long training session with Cool Bond.
Yeah, I think
Sorry,
I think that's about plenty. I think that's a lot. We'll just move on with the
and then
session now.
last thing, Dinok, started getting work on his spell, his new spell, and also casted Thaumaturgy to make his eyes look normal.
Sure.
All right, I think that's where we left off. Dinok just kind of like very very freaking haggardly and tirelessly hard focusing on trying to write a bunch of symbols and stuff like that with a bunch of arcanic stuff around him, before eventually one of his pencils kind of snaps with the amount of pressure he's putting on it. It kind of just has to breathe for a few seconds with some haggard breaths before muttering to himself in abyssal.
Sure.
I don't know if anyone knows what abyssal or knows abyssal near him.
Litney is not here.
I have that little thing of comprehend languages.
I see. Is that up right now?
I should be hearing things.
All right, sounds good. You hear Dinok go, listen to what he said. Listen to what he said. If you work yourself too hard, he'll just break down.
Okay.
Don't let yourself break down again.
So,
yeah, that's not healthy.
You guys are in the cache right now.
Yes, we are.
So I think I would like to say, are you guys willing to say the ride was mostly uneventful, aside from the constant, the constant storm that made it makes it pretty fucking dreary outside.
Yeah, it's fine. I was sitting next to a bit of an argument, but that's about it.
There is one thing that Dinok does. He kind of as he says that little mantra to himself in Abyssal, he kind of puts down the pencil and kind of begins to actually try and calm himself down before eventually opening his eyes and looking towards Jacqueline. And there's a little bit of a moment where his eyes sort of narrow, and he kind of exhales and goes, "All right," and kind of just gets up. Walking over towards Jacqueline, looking down at them as he goes, I'm sorry I didn't do this before, but I can't willingly let myself relax without attempting to make sure that a few things are made sure, well, protected against or seen through. He then takes off his glove and takes out his sickle and just cuts into his hand, kind of not really changing his expression as he does the damage that needs to be done for the soul lantern.
As you start doing that, she just yo, dude, you should seek help. Self-harming's not good.
He kind of slightly smiles slightly and just goes,
from above you hear, I've been telling him that, but he doesn't listen.
He goes, you're probably not wrong, but I have a few other things I need to worry about first. What's the damage? Oh no, I have to go to Lead had the sent me the item. Hold up. I just want to make sure the exact damage. I don't want to blue ball it or estimate it.
I have so many tokens on this table.
All right, 2d10. Let's see this.
Oh, 2d10.
Oh wait, okay. I realized why that was so terrifying. I I rolled a D100 by accident. It was
My
like 27 damage, and I was like,
my
what the
God, what's wrong with you? Listen,
I think it,
listen.
like it,
You gotta learn to hold back, bro.
he like takes the entire like sickle and just like cuts off his hands without blinking too.
And okay, right. What are you
Alright,
doing?
the total. So he's just activating the Lantern of Revealing. It is 11 points of damage that he takes. And he gives himself, and he's learned his lesson. He's gonna give Raz as well True Sight. Up to
Everyone
the
in the vicinity of the lantern
You gotta
gets true
choose.
sight.
You gotta choose.
no, you choose anyone in that radius.
Okay, right. So here's a fun fact. What exactly does True Sight do? Does True Sight let you see the ethereal, or is it just see through everything?
It allows you to see the ethereal plane through any like the true like form of any polymorphed
Okay,
or
really quickly, what are
creatures.
you looking for?
I'm just mainly looking at Jacqueline to make sure she's not a fucking like Wizard of
Devilish
Edwar in
abomination.
Let's
disguise or an
see.
abomination or some
Everyone,
other kind of
everyone in
horrifying
this
being.
carriage. Okay. Let's see. Jacqueline looks fine. Jabel's also there. Looks fine. The
I would say if you look at Jacqueline,
dun, dun.
there is surprising lack of aura. There is no touch of any magic on this character in the slightest.
Interesting. All right.
Laviandi is pretty terrifying to look at. I mean, well, terrifying if you
Well, that
haven't.
was obvious.
Terrifying if you hadn't seen any of the other gods.
Yeah, that was obvious.
You've never looked at Ceres with True Sight, have you?
No, I guess I will. If he's
Yeah.
nearby.
So in the carriage also is Dave and Ceres. Well, Dave is in front helping ride it with, Solstice. Because Solstice is talking because Solstice is talking with Sarah about all the dating stuff. I think Dave is the one out front driving, and maybe Ceres swap places with her. If you do look, there's something a bit off about Ceres.
In what way?
Well, this big happy orc guy. Hmm. I'm just trying to think about this. How do I say this?
I would also like to say only Raz is the only other person in the near Denoc that he's gifting with True Sight with this ability.
Well, Raz wouldn't be able to tell because I feel like there's nothing to look at that would
Oh,
really.
I mean,
Denoc
see,
lights up
straight.
actually.
Yeah, Denoch's lighting up. If you
Oh.
if you look at Denoch, you know that
Boom.
Denoch's eyes are weird. Like you already knew that.
Yeah.
But when you look at him with True Sight, now you can see all of the green energy all over him. You could see the mark of Kellamore on his like what looked like a regular cracked mundane wooden shield. It's like got all of this green writing on it. It's got the symbol of Kellamore. He's got these ethereal chains that seem to be holding him together, as well as tally marks over his heart. 5.
That's
not
normal.
4 with a cross off, so it's 5. Yeah, that's the most vibrant thing you're seeing that's unnatural. Denoch, as you look, Ceres is the one who like picks up a bit, but I don't know how to. I can okay,
Is
yeah.
it like
Here's a problem. Here's an easy way to say it. Ceres seems to have a few invisible little kind of pixie-like things, just around him. Basically, a way to say it is, yeah, he is a priest of he is a priest of Titania. So that's not too worrying. Basically, you think it's a blessing. It's some kind of
okay.
He's got some kind of fey blessing going on. Nothing that alters his like appearance, but it's altering something. It's just not readily available, because even though you can see things as they truly are, that doesn't mean that you understand everything you're seeing.
That
It's
is
not
true.
because you know there's something being altered, but you don't know what exactly. Because like it's fate, you know.
Yeah.
Aside from that, the two of you, Razzle and Nadino, as the carriage is moving, you don't notice anything weird within the carriage. Aside from Solstice lighting up a bit very difficult to see Solstice because ball of concentrated divine energy.
Yeah.
An ethereal carriage, a giant carriage, is moving alongside your carriage.
Wait.
Next to your carriage, there's another carriage on the road, about 2 stories tall, twice as wide. Half. About 50% longer.
It
No,
was a
no,
Dina kind of
no, no horses. It's just moving on its own.
As is,
And in front of it, you see in front of it, you see a Git Yankee. And he seems to be piloting. He seems to be driving this carriage, this horseless carriage, and he just looks back at you, and you just make eye contact with him, and he just snarls at you.
Is he just like wordlessly snarl, or is there does he like snarl words at me?
He's about to. He's trying. He snarls. You see his lips move a bit, but that's a storm actively happening, so you don't know. And then, as you're looking at this guy, basically there's an explosion, and the carriage has none of you guys see this. Just Razzle and Dino see that there's an explosion that happens in the ethereal plane. And then basically the carriage just kind of stops, and you can't see it anymore.
Dan just kind of looks looking emotionless expression at all of that happening and just goes, "Well, track that up to something for later." Kind of
Raz, not sure what the hell they just witnessed. They still
You
haven't put
you
two and two
witness
together that they have
you
true
witness
sight. They just think,
you witness an adventure happening in the ethereal plane.
yeah.
basically.
So basically, all I can say is Raz still hasn't put two and two together. They have true sight. They just think, what the fuck is happening? Before kind of going into the wagon, going, do we have alcohol? I'm not
Dina,
drunk. I think I need to be.
Dina just kind of looks over with a raised eyebrow slightly before just going, "I gave you, along with me, true sight. Hence the amount we're able to see. Thankfully, bar
Why?
maybe Sarah's with something a little odd about him, there's nothing worrying." And he drops the true sight.
Okay.
He just goes, "I've gotten too snuck up on with shapeshifters and ethereal spies. Want to be careful. Oh, and as to the ongoing argument between you two," he points to Jabel and Jacqueline. "Technically, both of you are correct in some kind of way."
Oh god, just gonna start the argument even worse.
Yeah, no, he's gonna put his own 2 cents, but he's gonna walk away from it. He's gonna say,
Where?
"Jacqueline is
You're in a wagon.
He don't.
listen."
He has plenty of
Just
space to walk
fan
away.
the flames of an argument. And
He
then
just
just
needs to
move to
open
the
the
other side of
door,
the
Listen,
wagon.
and he
not
can
many
walk
happening right there.
away.
Not many people realize that sometimes, in order to fully relax, it's sometimes good to have 2 people just digging into each other in an argument around you. All right.
All right, but where do you work off?
Well, here's
Yeah,
what.
obviously he opens the carriage door, walks up, just falls flat, and you don't see him anymore because he's gone. Because you're in a
Yep.
carriage led
Never
by
to
a
be seen
horse.
again. disappears off the face of the earth. No more Dinoc. Next session, build us.
He disappears. He's gonna join the other people in their story.
That looks a lot more fun, actually. They seem to have it going. I'm gonna join them.
Yeah, but the other group has more trauma.
You're not wrong. So yeah, Dinoc will just kind of like hunker down slightly, looking towards Jacqueline and go, "You aren't wrong. I didn't die, although I wish I did. I survived because of a blessing." Kind of like stops himself almost as if he doesn't want to call it that, but he goes, "Either way, though, eventually, around a century after the withering, I was able to keep my sanity and get back from what I experienced."
Good.
There are lots of points to your mind. I've noticed intelligence, which you obviously have a lot of, will, being able to withstand the chaos and horror of the world. It has its drawbacks and blessings. For me, all I ask for you, if you are to genuinely go in, well, proving that little theory of yours on magic and all that, well,
Which is frankly insane.
I just hope that the answers that you get don't break you like they tried to break me. I will say, his little feature of his background, that Heart of Darkness thing, fully comes out there. But besides that, he just goes, "Aside from that, I am going to attempt to relax." Kind of like leans up against like the corner of the like carriage and closes his eyes and attempts to relax.
Roll for
We
relax.
both,
I
we
will
both know
actually.
he can't relax.
Roll Constitution
What-
with
what would that roll?
disadvantage.
Fucking yes. All right, 19, natural 19, and then natural.
That's not bad.
Actually, hold on, that's cocked. That's natural 17, but that's cocked. 3. Yep. Damn. Yeah, you can't fucking relax.
You sit, you cross your arms, you lay back, you're gonna go cool guy. And then because you're like, you set it off, you're like, Jacqueline goes, "And see, I told you I am right. Even the weird guy says so. I mean, and the weird guy says so." And Jabba's like, "No, just because he said it doesn't mean you're right. He doesn't know anything, obviously. Otherwise, why would he say that shit?"
Dinak just slowly opens his eyes and goes, "I knew I was making a mistake."
Uh,
So shall we fast forward to the end of the day?
It feels as though if
Yes.
Dinak can't, if like literally can't relax, he will eventually lightly go back to work on the spell, but he won't be as haggard and tensed the entire time. He'll try and like
Yeah. You'll
know,
only be 4 levels of exhaustion. Tense, not 5 levels.
yeah, no, exactly, yeah,
Yeah.
that works.
would command sleep work in this situation on you?
For 6
You can't,
seconds.
Well, okay, here's an interesting point about command sleep. They attempt to do
Yeah,
what you command
they will
them
see
for
what
6
happens is
seconds.
they will attempt to
So
sleep
Dinak will for
they
6
will attempt to
seconds.
they will attempt to sleep for 6 seconds and then they'll get up.
And then well, he attempts to go to sleep, and then he can't go to sleep, and then 6 seconds is over, and he kind of just wasted a spell.
I mean, I don't think they use spell slow for that.
I mean, it is a first level spell.
I think
I know.
think because of the fate transformation features, they just got a bunch of free casts of
Mm.
command.
No,
They just have command for
That-
free.
no,
I didn't
No?
know that. Well,
Oh well,
no.
I guess I'm just confused. Okay, I'm asking you
I
guys:
got
Are we moving on to the night?
Dinok is moving on.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Solstice is still teaching
damn.
Zara.
It's nighttime. It's some drill instructor shit.
Oh no! By night you'll reach your destination. That's why I'm asking.
Oh wait, quick question, Star. Does anyone interrupt that thing?
What thing?
A certain someone who might know that Dinok is untethered or unconnected to something and think of the worst.
Fuck. I forgot sending is instant.
Yeah.
They would have instantly said, you know what? No, you're untethered.
Well, no. What I'm saying is, like, it might take time depending on where the characters are because I know
You're untethered.
one
It's gonna
person.
take time to fix that.
Okay.
Basically you became another person. You don't count as
Oh.
Dinok for the purpose of sending anymore. You count as the
Basic-
new Dinok.
I was talking
Basically,
about.
basically your address
Yeah,
just
the princess
forcefully
can't send
changed.
to you.
Right. I was talking about a certain monk.
No, he's not going to. Bro, if you look at the map, right? The monk is currently like
Oh, he's pretty far away. You're not wrong.
give me 1 second. Where is he? He's last time I checked, I believe he went off to deal with some worms. So you guys are over here, and the monk would probably be somewhere here to deal with like he was hunting worms, purple worms,
Yeah,
but he
yeah.
specifically didn't want to deal with that political mess one. So he'd be over here in the mountains.
Okay, that makes sense.
So
All right, that works.
he's 3.5
I just didn't
days
know he was
away.
that far away. All right, that makes sense. I just didn't know he was that far away. Understood.
Yeah.
All right.
And it's not like he wouldn't be able to reach you anyways because your address got forcefully
Yeah, so
changed.
basically now the princess can't reach out to you.
But you can
I'm gonna
reach
have to
out to
see.
her.
That is true. I'm gonna have to do that.
Yes.
New soul, who's this?
Yeah. So okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Are we going to get to the night or not?
Yes, we're getting tonight. I'm sorry. I just want to ask that question.
Okay, we move forward. The rest of the carriage ride is mostly uneventful aside from you nearly dying once or twice. But tornado, lightning strike, landslide, it's casual business. You know?
Yep. Exactly.
I guess
Understood.
it's a hurricane. I don't know. I'm not
Hurricane.
American. I don't understand the differences. Okay. So here we
a hurricane.
One
A
second.
hurricane comes in from the sea.
Okay, as it reaches nighttime, finally, this thing which I've had here for literal months, many months.
It gets flipped.
You guys, okay, I will flip it in a second. You guys reach the mountain, your destination. And in this mountain, your destination, you find a road that leads into the mountain, which Raz knows where it is, so I'd say Raz points it out. If that's okay with you, Raz.
Yes.
Okay. You guys are over here. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Oh my god, beautiful.
You guys find yourself in a massive underground cavern. When I say massive, it's as big as it's fucking huge. It's literally you are inside of a hollow mountain.
Time to slay some
We're
carrion royal.
just you're inside of this. Just purely ridiculous. What am I gonna say? It's a hollow mountain, if anyone can believe that, with like a actual proper roadway, a bridged road leading forwards into a village that's attached to a goddamn castle. And in the top of this castle, you can see this rainbow-colored light that you're fairly certain is the altar. Now, before anything else, I'd like to tell you, this is a picture I made so long ago.
Ooh,
This is
nice.
This is actually a composition. I've taken several different pictures and I merged them all together to create this.
Damn, that's nice. That's nice.
Cool. Nice.
I believe it's called a
Fucking
matte
love it.
painting. Just edited a whole bunch of pictures together, and I've had this. I created this with Bear's help, and it's been here forever. We thought it would be like the session after the next day I'll end up coming here, but no, it's been 5 fucking sessions.
To be fair, we did have a couple detours.
Just a couple.
As you enter, you notice there's a little stall set up at the very, very entrance of it all. You know, the very first of these little like bridge pieces. There's a stall set up, and in this stall there is a person.
How could a person?
There is a Tabaxi girl with a very floofy white hair, wearing a kind of an airy red dress. Give me 1 second.
The dogs smells her and stick their heads out,
Give me 1 second.
looking at her.
No, not character.
Where are the dogs? Are they all inside?
Well,
Alright,
some of
okay.
them now. Others are outside walking.
Ian's gonna make sure he's pretty far away from them, as far as he can be.
Give me 1 second. Uploading tokens takes some time, unfortunately. I can add them to Tabletop Simulator a lot faster than I can add them to Roll20.
I see. Quick question,
Here,
Star. Would I know?
she's over there.
Okay.
So again, you guys, I mean, she's not blocking the path. I'll say that right now. So you guys can just ride past. But she's got this little stall set up saying, "Welcome one, welcome all. Read your fortunes. One silver, one fortune. One fortune per person." Yes, she has like 3 signs that says all of that.
Star, as we're going past, I just got a question. I was told to look for someone, or to keep an eye out for someone by the princess, and
This is not
I'm
her.
curious. Will you buzz me on what on if Denock will recognize them or anything like that, or know how to find them, because I don't.
You know the name. I know that. I remember that from the chat. I don't remember if you met them before.
No, but I was given information on how to find them and where they are.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Understood.
I'll tell you right now. It's. You're pretty sure they're inside.
All right, sounds good.
They're in the village. You're pretty sure.
Solstice will toss the cat 2 gold coins.
So yeah, stop the character.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're stopping.
Oh.
Dana kind of just looks up from bandaging his hand.
And she's like, "Hello, hi, hello, hi. I am Kasumi, and I'm a fortune shrine maiden. Well, the shrine burnt down. I'm a fortune maiden. Can I read your fortunes? A silver a fortune. 1 fortune per person."
Solstice tosses her 2 gold, and because I can't be asked to count how
Gee,
many people there are here.
She looks up at you and she's basically like, there's less than 10 of you. That's
There's our
I
six
do not
and the
have
NPCs.
I do not have change for that.
Oh, wait.
All right, let's do one
This
gold
is
then.
this is a very small business.
Star, I like the idea that like Dinok kind of like gets up from like bandaging his hand, like walks out the wagon, and kind of like looks in the general direction, kind of confused of what's going on, why they stopped, and I like the idea that with
Okay,
Dinok's luck, he's just like a fucking black hole.
Yeah, so she just kind of points at Enoch. I can't read your fortune. You don't have one. You don't have a future. I'm sorry.
Damn, that's unfortunate. Well, I guess I can't be
If
surprised.
you have a,
anymore.
and she kind of points at you, Solstice. I also can't read your fortune. You're a god.
God damn, they just know that shit.
I'm a future maiden. Well, future shrine maiden. But listen, that's no shrine. I'm a future maiden. I can see everyone's future unless they're dead or a god. Actually, sometimes I can see a dead person's future, like liches.
Dina just goes, well, I can't be really that surprised, and just walks back to the fucking wagon and gets to work on his fucking divination spell.
So she cannot read the
Yeah,
future
I-
of a god because they're not bound to fate, and she can't read the fortune of Dino because well he's
No.
unshackled from
he's
fate.
he's basically been disconnected from literally everything, so she can't see him even properly.
Chewed up and spit out by every fucking level of fate and fortune that fucking that fucking
Sorry, you
destiny
have
could
been
buy.
banned.
And yet you
Karma,
will be
man.
fucked. Oh, yet you will be fucked over by fate the most.
Yeah.
I mean, listen,
I didn't agree to this relationship. Why am I getting fucked?
listen, you're not the one getting fucked. You're doing it, and then you're finding out. Okay, so I guess Sarah, Razzle, you two are the only ones left.
Yeah.
The questions are either of you doing it.
Sarah, Razzle, the NPCs. So that's 1, 2, 3.
The NPCs are, let's see, 1 second.
And then Stefano.
The NPCs, Jacqueline doesn't believe in it, so no way in hell. Jabel is not spending anything on fortune tellers.
Oh, Marine is Solstice would pay.
Okay, then I guess Jabel won't interested. Dave is not
I
interested
am
because
also
Dave is
interested.
like, I make my own future. Ceres
Yeah,
is like,
but it's
Ceres is like, oh, absolutely, that sounds like a fun time. I'd like to know if I'm gonna die or not.
Solstice says to Dave, you may not believe it, but it's good to have forewarning.
Oh no, I
if the shit
believe.
happens."
And Dave says, no, I believe it. I just don't want to know.
Fair.
Do you not go over in the corner, like, you know, a kid not allowed to go onto all the rides at Disney World? Like, you know, just kind of just like, you all have fun, you know?
It's very unfortunate.
Dude, you can't catch a break.
I mean, listen, what she's supposed to say about you? Yes, I can see from the future. I can read the gods. It can do. You're not continuing gods. God damn it!
I do like the idea,
I can
though.
read the gods. It can do. You are a god. Fuck.
I do like the idea, though,
Okay,
that, like, you know,
so
as Dave says, I don't want to know.
if
Dina just kind of
anyone-
looks up.
So the thing is, she is still here if anyone wants to talk to her, or if anyone wants to get your fortune told. Just tell me right now, which one of you two?
I won't.
Okay, sure.
I'm
Look, I
debating.
I only have gold coins. So either way, 1 gold coin will be spent.
Razzle.
Corbon, you get a silver pelted at the back of your head from the carriage.
I have 3 silver, so in case I can.
Is that all the money you have?
No.
Dina?
No.
Pick up 3 silver.
The barbarian is like empties her pockets, 3 silver. Yes, I will buy a fortune. I will go to the fortune teller.
No, I still have gold coins. Actually, I also have platinum coins. What the fuck?
Look, if you do,
I have
want to pay,
I have 2 platinums.
Place it on
guys,
platinum.
if you guys want to pay back,
Fuck it.
the
Both of you
silver,
get a fucking
just pay
silver
it to
pelted
me.
at your head. Dinok just goes back into the goddamn
No,
wagon,
no.
rumbling to himself.
I have 3 silver coins.
Do you? Show them to me, all in front of you.
Okay.
Do you? Do you have 3 silver?
Yes.
All right, understood. Then there's only the one that's pelted at the back of Solstice's head, because she has too big of bucks to do stands.
Okay, wonderful. So yeah. So Sarah, you can definitely approach the little Tabaxi girl. I say little.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I say wait, where's her token?
Over there, to the right.
Why did I put it over there?
See, right there.
That's a good question, Star. Why did you?
I don't fucking know. But anyway,
I like it how like.
But anyway, this is
yeah.
Kasumi is an
Go on.
adult.
Okay. So fortunes. Dianak will sit in his corner.
For the non-banished ones.
Must be nice.
Okay, wonderful. So Sarah, as you approach, she's gonna be like, "Oh, hello, hi. Are you here to get your fortune read?"
Yeah, I want to know my future.
Oh, absolutely. Just have a seat. You notice that there is a small chair set across the table from her, and she just looks up at you and she looks at the chair. And it's like, yeah, I don't.
I can.
I'm
stand
sorry.
up,
I
don't worry.
only expected like dwarves. I only expected dwarves and gnomes to show up. I didn't really
Yeah,
prepare for like.
Don't
a big
worry,
show.
I understand. Don't worry, don't worry.
Actually, in hindsight,
She's
Dinak's gonna come back.
she's just gonna get up. She's gonna walk away. She's just 1 second, and she's gonna drag over a larger size, a more reasonable sized chair. And be like, okay, I stole a bigger chair from the guard. I mean, borrowed. And you just
He
hear,
was sleeping on it too.
you just hear on the side like, hey, that's my chair. I was sleeping on that one. It's like, let's shut up. I'm doing business, Dad. Okay, fine.
Poor guard. Star, on second thought, Dinak is gonna come back out and just watch what's going on. He's mildly curious.
Okay.
He's doing a divination spell, so might as well watch.
I'm going to sit down. I look at it. So how this works exactly? I never
Oh,
got told my fortune before.
well, I don't know how a lot of other fortune tellers. Every fortune teller seems to have like a different way. Like some people do card readings, some people do like palm readings. I don't do any of that. I just see a future, and I just tell you what I see, and it's not really something which I can control. So basically, I can't tell you like, oh, I can't tell you the kind of future you'd like to hear. I can just tell you something I see from the future. Do you want to do that?
Sure.
Some people do say that fortune telling is like a bit of a danger, because like if you have a future told to you, that means it's set in stone. I don't fully believe that. I think it's just more likely. But yeah. Just let me see. She's gonna look at you, and as you look at her, her red eyes glint a bit. And you see for a second they kind of match your eye color. And then she just kind of, her ears twitch, her hair kind of stands on end for a bit, and then she returns back to normal. She says, "Oh, okay. So there's good news and bad news.
Love to hear it.
I think so. Really soon, you're gonna meet an old friend. Well, okay, they're not. I don't know. You kind of look at them funny. I think you might like them more than a friend. It's not my place to judge.
I immediately put
Bad
my hands on their
news.
shoulder and I'm like, when?
Really soon?
Yes.
Okay. Listen, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know exactly how soon, but I'm going to say she kind of just glances up. Somewhere dark, like where you can't see the sky. So maybe here, maybe somewhere else, but you're gonna see them in a place where you can't see the sky, and they're gonna be stabbed.
What?
Yeah, there's gonna be like a dwarf. He's like wearing this green coat, and he's got like this really mean looking dagger, and he's gonna stab her, and she's gonna be poisoned.
Looks like it sounds like a sacrifice.
I mean, I don't know if they're being sacrificed or whatnot. I can't see like everything, but I know that you're gonna see her or something really soon, and like pretty soon after you see her, or maybe when you see her, she's gonna be stabbed by a dwarf in a green cloak with a dagger.
Cool, good to know. Dinoc walks back into the fucking wagon.
I see. Sarah right now is very much anxious.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's a word for it.
I can't see I can't. That's about all I can see. I can only see one future for everyone. Like I can see more, but it takes time. After the first future happens, only then I can see the second future. That's kind of how that works. I don't really understand it, but that's what they told me at the shrine back before it got burnt down. Funny thing about the shrine getting burnt down, they saw it happening. They knew it was gonna happen. It still happened.
Well, you often end up on the road you
I mean,
try to avoid.
it's because they knew it was gonna get burnt down, so they took everything valuable and locked it up in a corner, and the fire started there.
Well, you always end up on the road you try to avoid.
I see.
I hope you meet your
But
friend, and I hope they get better or you don't get stabbed. Yeah, that's what that. I hope they don't get stabbed.
Thanks.
I mean, if
Thank
it's
you.
any consolation, I didn't see them die.
You're right.
Also, it didn't happen yet.
Not wrong.
Does anyone else wanna? Are you
I like
okay?
it. It's like, all right, so your best friend's gonna get stabbed. Anyways, next.
You
I
know,
think it's more of a loving.
I don't know if Raz wants to.
Let's be honest here. Razzie definitely would, considering she's a cat and she is very curious of her.
Damn you. Damn you
Curiosity
for
is gonna
being
claim this cat.
But I just listened to an awful fortune.
I mean, it's got good news and
And
bad
Raz
news.
already knows her luck is shit.
Yeah, but they can't all be bad, and you would be better prepared to deal with it if you know what's happening.
Not if the fortune is you're gonna die.
I mean, Revivify
you're
happens.
traveling with
You have
Enoch.
you have a
How you
cleric.
would,
You're traveling with Enoch right now. He's kind of like the anti-death machine. You kind of just like if something happened, like that's the reason.
It's like
That's kind
imagine
of
the
funny.
future is
Enoch,
you
like, heard-
are going to die 3 times. Well, I better get 3 diamonds then.
No, no, that's the reason why Enoch was like, "All right, good to know." He literally just didn't. He was like, "Great, I gotta just prepare, lesser restoration." Understood.
basically.
Perhaps even revivify if the well, he always has that prepared.
You know what?
It's like
Yeah.
Raz in the
Raz,
art-
if you're like, you know what? If you're gonna hesitate, I can always have like Ceres get his done first.
Sure.
So Ceres walks up. This big orc guy's like, oh. That sounds wonderful. Can you see my fortune? And she's like, yeah, I can see your future. Do you really want to know about it? Oh yes, absolutely. That sounds like a great time. And she's gonna just look at him and be like, "You're getting
You'll die
you're
tomorrow."
getting a grandchild tomorrow." And he just pauses like,
Damn.
"What? You're getting a grandchild tomorrow. Congratulations!" Oh, it didn't happen yet. I mean, and it
Yes.
well, congratulations in the future. And it just like he paused for a second, like, "I'm going to be a grandpa tomorrow." Wait a fucking second, my daughter's not married. He just gets up like, and he just sits back down. Oh no!
Don't worry. All we need to
No,
do is
no,
find,
no! I have to,
find the
no, I have
person,
to be
unmake
I
the
have to be,
child.
I have to be happy. No! This will be great news. I got to go find her and congratulate and be a great grandpapa. Yes. Oh my god! I didn't even know she was married. When did this happen?
Dina like looks at Ceres and goes, "Yep, he's definitely gonna find her, all right. I just don't know about the other
And
things." he
she's
said."
like, you should keep in touch with your family more.
That's 2 semi not good fortunes.
I mean, it's good. It is good fortune that he's gonna be grandpa.
Raz,
yeah, no, it's a good
I have a
fortune,
question.
but
It
Red, I have a question.
It was
Is
just
Raz
it was
in
a
the,
surprise.
is Raz in the wagon?
well, no, Raz is wherever this fortune thing is.
Okay, sounds good.
And then this is so
Kinda going
Ceres
like,
is Ceres is
okay,
just
so
like
here's
Ceres is
somewhat
like
sketch fortune.
yeah, Ceres is alternating between oh, I'm gonna be a grandpa. It's like, oh, I'm gonna be a grandpa. I'm gonna be a grandpa. I'm gonna be a
Yeah.
grandpa. I should have kept in touch more. Oh no.
Yeah, so this is 2 reasons so far Raz has been given to not do a fortune.
What? That was like good news.
You know.
I
You know
mean,
what? You know what?
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah, sure,
no,
but
no,
like,
no, 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 no,
You know
no.
what?
To
Hold
be
up.
fair,
Wait, we got another
Raz-
so Jacqueline walks up. I don't fucking believe in reading the future. You got something going on. There's something going on over here. You're either a scammer.
untied Jacqueline.
Well,
No, she's tied up.
okay,
Sorry.
Jacqueline is basically rolled onto the floor and is basically talking from the carriage. I don't fucking believe this. You
A
read
hand
my fortune,
slowly
I'm gonna
out
prove
of
you're
the
wrong.
wagon.
You're full of shit.
Rips-
Or you got some
pulls her back in.
nanotechnology going.
Closes the doors.
And then
You know what? Raz
Kasumi
has
is
as much
like,
data as she can. She picks up Jacqueline, just like, I got this one. Tell their fortune. How much money was it again?
1 silver.
1 silver.
One silver.
I can pay it.
Okay, sure.
Oh,
So she's
I was
gonna.
gonna pay it.
Okay, so she's gonna look at me. She's like, you. And then she just looks. She just kind of eyes glance over at you, Razzle, and then just look back at Jacqueline and be like, "You're going to be treated really well by a certain someone." She just kind of glances back at you, Razzle, and glances back down at Jacqueline. It's really inappropriate. I don't know how much I can say. Also, that's you.
Someone getting hurt.
Well,
out
that's
of character, she's predicting
intercourse.
Razzle and Jacqueline getting along very well.
Intercourse, perhaps.
Who
even.
knows? She cannot say. It's very inappropriate.
Apparently.
And then Jacqueline's
her
like,
being tied
"Ha!
up in rope.
Show us
was-
what you know. You don't know shit." And then she's like, I mean, she just kind of just shrugs, like, I mean, I'm not gonna judge, you know. Like, wait, no. Listen, you're cold reading. You're doing fucking cold reading. That's what's going on. Yeah, I mean, if you want to think of that way, sure.
Jacqueline's
You
gonna
can just say that,
slowly-
when it happens.
Raz is just gonna slowly put this one back in the wagon.
That was her fortune, by the way. You want your fortune? She says
Well,
to you,
this is gonna go bad. Silver on the table. This is going to go awful. My luck is shit.
Okay. So
You're gonna win $1 million.
she looks at
And
you.
get married
yeah.
to a dragon.
She looks at you, Razzle, and just the eyes slowly squint as she just like once again her eye color matches yours, but she seems to take a lot longer with you than with anyone else, and she's like,
Always bids well. Don't worry, Raz. You'll be fine. I'm almost sure of it.
There's a lot for you. That's a lot, and it's really hard to like figure it all out. Just give me a second.
They have to pick, you know? Pick out of a hat.
Well, someone is being indecisive, looking at Raz.
Sarah, I have a question. Are you still outside? Or did you come into the wagon?
Just so you know, it's not raining right
no,
now. You guys are you guys are in the mountain, so it's not raining. Just so you know, it's dry here.
All right. Yeah, no. In this moment, Sarah is just having 1,000-year stare,
So
Oh, outside. Okay.
and she's outside the carriage.
yeah, so she's
Okay, sounds good.
so she's gonna look at you, and she's gonna be like, Give me 1 second. I can't remember what this item's called.
Okay.
No.
God
I
damn
like
it.
the idea that Dinox just trying to like deal with Jacqueline, fucking increasingly outraged. You know? He did get a bit of interesting insight. Also, he came out mainly because he was worried that this fortune teller was just a scammer. Then saw
Look.
genuine fortunes and was like, okay, never mind, going back inside.
Look,
You know?
Solstice knew she was the real deal when she said she was a god. That's not
Yeah.
exactly something that's obvious.
Yeah, that was like a point in favor, but Dinoc is so fucking paranoid.
And
Like right now.
add onto it, she knew you couldn't get a future.
So she's gonna look at you and she's gonna say,
Yeah.
"You? Okay, I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you too much because it's gonna make things really bad. But things will go good if you get the dagger of the guy who was a really big dick. I mean, you know, an asshole. The guy who's like the asshole in the top hat. If you get his dagger and go to the person with the curse shop, things will go good."
Oh. Did you get an advertisement from Anera?
Basically, that was basically
So
average.
I think
Good
that's
fortune.
basically what I'm seeing. You have like gods messing with your future.
Yeah.
Well, it's not
But
exactly
yeah,
like she didn't know that
but
already.
yeah, but like if you just so the dagger of the asshole with the top hat, and you go to the cur shop lady, and things will go good for you. You'll get the
Aren't you
Huh.
happy you got a fortune now?
if you want me to be a bit more specific, if you want
Given
me
how
to, if you
ominous that is,
if
I
you
don't know.
if you want me to be a bit more specific,
I mean, you can be. I prefer the surprise.
she's just gonna look. She's gonna look at you like, I don't know. It's making my head hurt a lot. I see a little. I see. I thought I saw an orc, but it's like it's not an orc. It's like a goblin, but it's not a goblin. Huh. You're gonna meet a goblin, but also you're gonna meet an orc. I think. I don't know. You're gonna meet You're gonna meet an orc that looks like a goblin.
Hmm.
If you if you do the dagger thing, you're gonna meet an orc that looks like a goblin. I don't know if that means anything to you.
Razzle is going to keep quiet.
It's not that difficult, actually.
Another one of her exes, I assume.
So yeah, that's all
Maybe.
I know. I know that if you find the guy with the top hat, you find his dagger, you curse it, you'll end up meeting an
Okay.
orc the size of a goblin. I don't know. Your future is really weird. You should get her. You
Don't
should.
you know?
You should find out. You should like exercise your god or something.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
And
I just love the
and then
idea.
her eyes just shoot open for a second. Oh wait! She's gonna look over to the altar. Don't go to the altar.
Well,
No, yeah, you don't want to be there when you don't want to be there when I don't know. I feel like God's when I looked at the altar today, I just felt like God's gonna show up for some reason, and you don't want to be there when that happens.
She's
Yeah.
saying that to Raz?
Saying that to Raz.
That's interesting.
well,
Huh.
too bad.
Gods are gonna show up at the altar, and you don't want to be there when that happens.
Raz is
Right.
going to avoid going to the altar.
Aren't you happy now that you got that warning?
Do you want a bit?
I'm
Of,
surprised there was so much given to mine.
do you want a bit more clarification what that means out of character?
What the fuck?
Out of
I
character.
guess.
A single sentence. So meeting of the gods. You might have pissed off a god.
Mm.
Oh, wait.
The
Wait.
laughing god, I'm guessing.
The,
Because
Can't
he
be
the
all
said
wrong,
asshole.
he's not-
You remember you got back your voice from him because it
annoying.
because of that gate in the forest.
Yeah.
So you might have pissed him off. And guess who's a god? And guess who's gonna show up at the
Yep.
meeting of the gods?
Yep.
That's gonna be fun. I can't
Yeah,
wait.
that's basically
That'd be
everything she has.
really
Oh,
fun.
you said you want Stefano's future also read, huh?
Yep.
Okay, she's gonna look at Stefano. She's like, "Oh, what a magic doggy! I've never read a future of a magic doggy before. I've read one of an actual doggy. Oh, oh my. Well, Your Highness, your brother's sending assassins after you.
His size. Don't I fucking know it?
I'm sorry. I hope you survive, Your Highness.
Unfortunate.
He is the prince.
God, do
of the-
I feel
he is-
so goddamn fortunate.
He is the prince. He is the
Feel
the
great
prince.
about the future.
And she just looks
I
at you. She looks at you. I'm sorry, but I mean, I could still try, I guess, but it wouldn't really. It wouldn't. I couldn't really tell your future. I could tell a future with you. I could read someone's future with you in it.
Wait,
Oh,
hold on. Is she talking to Dinoc?
Yeah, she's at the
Wait,
Dinoc.
no. So Raz
Oh,
felt really,
Dinoc kind of,
really,
like, gets confused. Looks
really
up from
awkward.
the
Because
window.
Dinoc
and
was-
goes,
Dinoc was the one who was complaining.
Oh,
Raz
that was
wants to
out of
feel
character,
slightly
sorry.
better, so she throws the puppet on the counter. This asshole, read his fortune.
She looks down at the thing, and then she just looks up at you and gonna be like, so like,
I don't think this is a good idea, guys. Like, I
Uh,
genuinely don't think this is a good idea.
if you like, put your hand on him really quick. She's telling Raz to put her hand on the puppet really quick.
Okay.
So, in his future, you're gonna be like holding him with magic string and then throwing him into someone's face. And he's gonna be
Interesting.
complaining a lot. And you're gonna find it really the cat's gonna be laughing silently. Like holding up a sign that says ha ha.
Yep, that seems about right.
That's
You know what?
you have a
Let's get
very
away.
weird future, sir.
The more things change, the more things stay the same.
I don't know why that's all I see. But there's a lot of nothing.
By the way, sorry, I was kind of like making comments because I wasn't actually talking as Dinoc.
Oh, but I
for most
thought
of
you
that.
were. Oopsie.
My bad.
So yeah, that's
Sorry.
the future. Fortune's told.
Well, there's still Jezebel.
Oh, Jabel. Uh-oh. So Jabel is going to approach now and see what's what. Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
like to know if you can tell my future. You know, just I don't know. Will I end up getting promoted? Will I become a good wizard and all that stuff? And then because it was just like, okay, right. So that's a lot. That's actually really specific. I can't do that. I told you I'm gonna see a future and just let you know what I see. And she's just gonna look at her. The eye color matches. You know, just kind of head tilt, ears kind of just like flicker a bit. And she returns back to normal. It's going to be like, huh. Out. Yeah, I'm not going to take your money.
Oh, that's never a good sign.
All,
Oh, God.
all I'm going to say is I keep your perverted tendencies indoors, please. What?
Damn.
Excuse me?
What the What?
Okay,
Damn.
so after Raz's initial fortune, she was feeling kind of bad. After the puppet, she was kind of like, okay. But after this one, she's like, oh!
No. Oh.
But I would never. I guess we just gonna be like, yeah, like that's what I'm not gonna talk about it.
Sorry, there is a
What have
thing-
you made me see?
I will say there is a thing where Dinoc, like, because he has such a high passive perception, he hears all of this from the carriage, and I like the idea that when she says "keep your perverted tendencies away," he just kind of sags and goes, "This is gonna be my whole day, isn't it?"
Yes.
Just like, God damn it, you know.
I believe that's everyone.
That is everyone.
Yep.
That can be told.
Laviandi
Technically,
is
it's not a verse.
Laviandi is not here.
Should we
kind of-
ask?
Honestly, I would
feel like,
assume Laviandi probably would get the fortune tool, but I'll say that for later date. if they later if they decide that they would, I'll just put a message up.
Sounds good.
We can do it like this. If we assume that she asked, but if we assume that she asked, but wait until Lavianda actually gets back, and
Yeah.
then do
If-
it. Basically a retcon.
If they show up, then that's cool. Yep.
Right, yeah.
Into the
All right.
castle.
Yeah, onwards we go. Ta-da-da-da-da-da. And so
Is
you,
Sarah still catatonic?
Not really. Right now, she's just like, okay, so buy an antidote, punch every dwarf I see, or nyom. All right.
I like the idea that like Dina kind of like just stops, looks up when he hears that, and just goes, I'm pretty good at curing that kind of stuff.
what dwarfism? I'm sorry.
Bro.
Hey, that is a different spell,
Bro.
alright? That is a different fucking spell. He's talking about the poison. Because she mentioned buying, like poison antidote or something like that. He just goes, I'm pretty good at curing poison. I don't think you need to worry too much. Hell, even if she dies, I have contingencies for that. Kind of goes back to his little work.
I have plans. I have plans upon plans.
Yeah.
I have plans to make sure
Uh,
she doesn't die, and if she does die, I have plans to make sure that she undies.
Solstice will look into the doorway and say to Seras, you know, you could just message your daughter, right?
Oh, by the way, before you guys go into the castle, you guys can spend some time in the town also. Because you have to go through the
I
town to
would
get
like
to the
do
castle.
that, because I'd like to not go immediately towards that altar that I was told not to go to.
Yeah.
I'd really like to get a
Also-
fucking long rest, please.
Yes. That's a
I'm
possibility.
hungry for long rest. Please. I have 4 levels of exhaustion. Do you know what the crutches I'm playing with right now?
I mean, to be fair, your crutches didn't come into effect yet. But yes, I
And they
understand.
were self-inflicted.
I mean, listen, he got a pretty good buff for a temporary debuff. Okay,
Doesn't mean
right.
it wasn't self-inflicted.
So you said to Sarah's that, right? And Sarah's gonna look at you and be like, "Yeah, I know, but since I've had the secular life, I've not really done much of that. Oh, I should. Okay, I'll do that tonight. Oh, I'll do that tonight. Oh. So,
Enoch over here furiously scribbling.
So, Jezebel, pervert, huh?
no, absolutely not. It's just mistaken. Now listen here, okay? You can't trust
breaks another
you
pencil
can't
the
trust
moment that
you
Cold
can't
Mom
trust
does
fortune
that.
tellers, okay? They don't always know everything. They're none of the it's not like that.
Hold on.
Yeah.
He looks
She
over
knew-
towards Jabel and goes, was the fortune teller lying?
They were wrong, clearly.
Insight check.
Yeah,
Insight check.
right. Raz says.
Go ahead and roll
Uh,
your fucking insight with disadvantage, you little bro.
Alright,
You
first one's
Eh,
15. Second one is 13. Total of 20. So,
Do you see? Jabel's expression right now, right here,
what? Yeah,
in Table Explainator.
yeah, I'm seeing it.
Yeah.
Is that what he sees? All right. He just goes, I got my answer. And he just keeps going back. And for the record, what the fortune teller said out there remains with me.
The fuck do you mean?
What the
What?
fortune teller said, keep your perverted taste away from him. Or away from her. So yeah, he's saying what she said for herself, he says for himself.
I'm not like that, okay? It's not.
Uh-huh.
No, you can't. Listen,
I'm sure.
I'm prim and proper, okay? I'm a proper student of magic. I'm working really hard. I'm perfectly honest, okay?
It's
And I
always
don't do.
it's always the prim and proper ones that are the most
Don't use
perverted.
my words against me.
The more uptight you are, the more of a freak you are. I should know.
By the way,
You have no idea
this
how
whole
about the
by the way, this whole time, okay, Jacqueline just been like, just like staring straight forward, like I don't get it, right? And then she just slowly turns it like, oh my fucking god, I think I get it. No, you don't get anything. My fucking god.
Dina got it. Dina got
It's
it.
like
And he
she
looked
just
at
says
her face.
no. She says, my fucking side, and you're the one who believes in God, eh? No, wait, it's not like that. And the carriage is gonna move forward.
Yeah, Dinok tries everything in his power to ignore the conversation that's happening. He fails in every sense of the word.
yeah, and
But he
Solstice
does.
is just gonna stoke that fire.
I'm aware. And every time like Solstice stokes the fire, he just kind of like just like full on just like sighs slightly. You
So,
know? As
You
he
guys
continues with his work.
move forward. I'm gonna use once again. I'm gonna use Solstice as the main party. Up
Alright.
and basically, as you move forward, there are a few checkpoints. And well, in the first checkpoint, you see in the first checkpoint
What?
you see an adult male Tabaxi looking kind of similar to Kasumi, a bit annoyed with standing where the imprints of Vichar are. He sees you guys. He basically just a very very simple just who are you, uh, criminals, and that's about it. Basically, he doesn't do like anything in depth because it is the fucking territory of a dragon. He's not that.
Yep.
Try shit.
He's not that.
Go
yeah,
ahead.
Yeah, basically, it's like listen, I can't do shit here. It's fucking, and he basically just says, "Don't piss off the dragon."
Just no, I like the idea that he just goes, try it. Go ahead. Fucking try shit. Try shit and find out. You know?
Yeah.
That's like it's basically what the law says here. Just like, go ahead. Just
Yeah.
it's your head on that
But-
fucking pike.
And you move forward, and there's no issue. Basically every little stop, every little lit up shack you see here, essentially, they're all basically just I say basically too much. All of these are like essentially guard towers. There are a lot more guards like on the second one onwards, but none of them really stop you. That's like maybe just one who talks to you. And in the third one, they don't even say anything. They just look at you, just basically greet you, and then greet you like hello, goodbye. Like have a safe, journey or whatnot.
All right.
Alright,
Quick
cool.
question. Star, how is the progress Dinok is making on that new spell?
You're about 95% done.
All right. How long you think I've got until it's ready?
An hour.
All right, sounds good. He will sit there for that hour then, as we continue going.
That implies that I want. That implies that 5% is an hour.
Listen,
And
listen,
it takes 20
if
hours to
anyone
make the
bothers
spell.
him,
To be fair, I think that's 20 hours to make a spell, right?
yeah.
I
Well,
think
I mean, Dinok's been laying the groundwork for this
I
spell
think you've
for a
had
while.
20. I think you've had 20 hours.
Yeah, around there, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, but you also need to keep in mind that he's currently exhausted, so we should
Brain
honestly
dead.
double that.
I think how I'd like to see it is by the time you finish the long rest, you'll be good.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, so let's perhaps say that you'll You're pretty close to being done. You need just a handful of hours, but at the same time, you
All
don't need
right.
to sleep.
Yeah. So, if,
So you guys are in
understood.
town now. Basically, you're in this little town, which, by all let me see. It's a town that's mostly stone, with tiled roofs. A lot of candlelight going on. Yeah, candlelight
Mm.
or something like it. Like maybe some furnaces, whatnot. As you go in, you see that there's most of the people here are dwarves or gnomes.
Fuck!
Ha.
And yeah, cloaks seem to be in fashion.
We're gonna be seeing a lot of assault charges today, aren't we?
How many of them do they wear cloaks?
Okay, so most of your cloaks and there seem to be three colors. There's red, there's blue, and there's green. And there seems to be like well, there's also like 2 or 3 people in yellow cloaks. The red cloaks seem to be like the red cloaks, green cloaks, and blue cloaks seem to be roughly on par with each other in terms of number, just how frequently you're seeing them. The yellow cloaks, there's like just barely any.
Are we in fucking Hogwarts?
Maybe not. I don't know. Like just looking at them, you don't get any information. Your eyes don't tell you much.
I have a question.
Yeah. As you
Does
do walk in,
Denoc, hold on, sorry. Does Denoc see any strings?
I mean, if
Yeah.
you, I mean, not too many. Oh, no, wait. Strings are only for Stello, right?
Yes.
No.
God, I can
Understood.
just see because of that Hogwarts joke, Razzle putting the sorting hat on and just going, Slytherin, Slytherin, Slytherin.
I wonder
Turns into a
which house
snake.
the Solstice would be in.
Well, Slytherin, because
I,
royals.
truly a
Let's be
mystery,
honest here,
guys. It's
Gryffindor.
truly a mystery. I'm gonna be honest.
She got more bravery than brain.
Fair enough.
All right. Either way, so we make our way in. Is there like an inn or a tavern that we're going to, or are we just kind of riding the road?
Yeah. As you ride the road, uh, the most of the signs are written in Dwarvish or Gnomish. Like I mean, they're written in both Gnomish and Gnomish and Dwarvish. It seems to be a bit of a joint thing going on. There are very few written like in Common, so that's it makes it a bit hard to like figure out where exactly you're going.
It's a shame that the two people that know Gnomish are not here.
Yeah, the
Real shame.
actual gnome and the one who had gnomes as friends, ancient gnomes. So. I think
we
the
can say
easiest
that
the easiest thing would probably be to ask someone, because otherwise you're like not entirely sure what you're looking at.
technically Laviando would say
Oh, you know what?
what
Laviandi is
the
here
sign
actually
says.
with you.
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna just say Laviandi is gonna point out. Hey, that's a fucking inn.
Cool. Let's go there.
As you approach, you notice it's a whorehouse, and you're gonna laugh at you, but like, I told you it's a fucking inn. And you're like, okay,
Well,
don't
she
look at me,
wasn't
don't
lying.
look at me like that. That was an actual inn, and it's just pointing in another direction.
This is gonna be my whole day, isn't
I
it?
feel like Lavia and they just would feel proud of me, would feel upset at me if I didn't try to make a joke.
I mean, I like the idea that she goes, "Don't worry, that's an actual inn," and Denoc just goes, "This is gonna be my whole day, isn't it?" Just fully resigned to the idea that
And
he's
like,
fully at the
yes,
mercy of
it is going to be a full day because the day is over.
Indeed.
As you're walking, as you guys are making your way to that set inn, you notice You notice two dwarves. Well, you notice a dwarf and a gnome. A dwarf in blue in a blue robe, and a gnome in a red one, basically bickering in front of the inn. You know?
Interesting.
Yeah. As they see you, then the dwarf in blue just kind of just spits spits to the side and just like walks off, leaving the red gnome kind of just like flustered and just like. And he just looks to you like, "Oh, hello there. We don't get visitors too often. How are you doing?" He
What
says,
was that
straightening himself
about?
together.
And what was that about? And should I be insulted?
Ah, no.
And if I was insulted, he will regret it.
Probably not. Don't worry about it too much. It's, you know how they are. Actually, no, you don't. You're new here. Well, my apologies. It's so the guys in the blue robes are like, I guess they're called the purists. They're the
Okay,
part.
so I could be
They're the
insulted.
no, not race purists. They're from the Azure Storm faction. At least that's what he like to call themselves. The fancy assholes. Uh, Basically they're all about like you know. Oh, we serve a storm dragon. We should be going out and pillaging people and causing all sorts of ruckus. You know.
Sorry, can
So
you
they are
repeat that?
morons.
Yeah, basically they're morons. But they also mostly just help keep us safe when people attack us. Because it's not like Lord Ryu is gonna show up for every little thing. He is a big dragon, and if it's a random robbery and he shows up, he's probably gonna burn down half that village just because he's huge and powerful. So they're kind of like mostly peacekeepers and stuff. Like a lot of them are like good folks, but a few of them are just like gets taps his head with his knuckles.
All right. What about the green ones?
Oh,
Oh no.
they're the merchant faction. They're merchants. I don't think they
Yep,
got.
they're gonna be the
I
good
don't think they
fellow.
have like a name. It's mostly just they're like, oh, green's the color of merchants.
I like that
So they
So
are the
Enoch just kind
if
of
so they
like
are
looks
the
at that.
dollar faction. But
I
if
like that.
theoretically someone were to punch every single one of them, how many lawsuits would that entail?
Dina totally kind of just like kind of taps Sarah. Just goes too many. Just don't.
I mean, probably enough to piss off a dragon.
don't
Yeah,
worry about her. We got a fortune that said that someone would get stabbed by a bastard in green.
oh, they're not really the stabbing They're not really the stabbing kind. I'd like if you told me it's like a guy in blue, then I'd say it's probably Dave over there. And then Dave actually just says like, "Excuse me." It's like, oh, well, how do you fucking know it's another Dave? No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about that guy, that Dave. He's such a Dave. And then Dave's like, "Excuse me." It's like, oh, right, you're also Dave. No, I'm sorry. Just listen. I've known a lot of Daves, and they've all been assholes. And then Dave is like, "Oh, come fucking on. You can't just be like, oh, your name's Dave, so now you're a fucking asshole. That's like saying your name's Richard and you're a dick." And it's like,
Or a Karen.
well, Richard does shorten to dick. And then Dave's like, okay,
What?
bad example, fine.
Sir, how much time did you have that in the chamber?
Lavi on wakes up and goes, "Hey guys, what's happening?
I
I
know.
haven't been listening for weeks."
Hey, Laviande! So fun fact, Laviande, I took the liberty of making a joke as Laviande. So,
Sorry.
So here's the
He
thing.
took us to a whorehouse instead of an
Look,
inn.
listen. Okay, we came into this new place, and everything is like all the names are in Dwarvish and Gnomish, and only a few things are in common. And so, like, okay, what do we do now? None of us can read, and you're like, I know Gnomish, and you say that's a fucking inn. The party went there. It's a whorehouse. It's like, see, I told you it was a fucking inn. It's like, don't get mad. That's an actual inn over there.
And Dinok was just like, this is gonna be my whole day, isn't it?
You know what? That's the one joke I said as Lavian, and I felt like I felt like I owed it to you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, by the way,
but
now
we got
bisexual
told
whorehouse,
because like if it was a bisexual whorehouse, then La Viande would definitely stayed in the whorehouse.
You can definitely go and stay there. It is 100%.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
before you go leave, we have a fortune.
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
want to?
Yeah, when the party showed up, that's a fortune teller, and they basically gave everyone a fortune.
Mm-hmm.
Except
And
Dinok and
you know,
Solstice.
a lot of them were pretty accurate. I mean, specific. And it's just a question
Alright,
of would
and they-
Laviande care or not.
I mean, sure, whatever. Is it?
It's one
Is
silver.
it? Do I have to like pay her?
It's
for...
1 silver, but I think the party's like paying just because it's 1 silver.
She has already been paid.
Yeah.
All right, okay, sure. Because like if it's someone else is paying for me, then yeah, sure, whatever.
Okay,
but I'm not paying for that myself.
So she's gonna look at you. Give me 1 second. Let me just show you actually in art and references. This is the. God damn it. In art and references, this is Kasumi, the Tabaxi. Okay, there's this floofy.
Oh yeah, that's the.
Yes, the floofy one from the cowboy.
Yeah,
campaign,
remember
the
that.
cowboy one shot. Yes. So she has called herself a future shrine maiden. Although the shrine's burnt down, so she's just a future maiden now. Okay, so as she looks at you, her eyes morph to match yours. The whites turn this dark blue. Her amber eyes turn a matching scarlet blood red as yours, and just staring at you, ears twitching a bit, head tilt one side, head tilt the other side, and in her eyes return to normal, and she's like, "Huh. I don't know what to make of that."
Well, if that's what you're gonna say about me, thank God I wasn't the one paying for myself.
No.
Holy crap.
I'm just trying to think about how to put it into words because I saw it and I just so I don't know why, but I'm seeing you. You're gonna eat someone at the altar and you're going to get more magic from him. I don't. Oh, but when you're gonna eat someone at the altar, you're gonna try to get magic from them, and they're gonna try blowing up in your stomach.
Okay.
I don't.
That's actually very good to know.
I don't know why you're gonna eat someone at the altar, and I don't know why they're gonna explode. It's really.
She has a thing for war.
It's like.
Damn.
I'm upset.
You fucked a dragon. You have no way. You have no space to criticize whatever kings I may or may not have. By the way,
Hold up a second. The one who said I didn't fuck a dragon.
I think that was Solstice and Razzle fucked the dragon.
Yeah.
No, Solstice also fucked a dragon canonically, but oh well.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Really?
Oh, Razzle didn't do the fucking the dragon yet, by the way. Okay, yeah. So just so you know, because it was just like, wow. I don't appreciate I saw that, but I saw that, so that's weird. But it's not as weird as the other one, but that's fine.
All right, that's good to know. Actually, I wonder if I can reinforce something.
Oh, and he's gonna taste like crab.
Okay, good to know.
I'm kind of horrified that I know what they taste like.
So, like, is this sort of fate immutable, or is there some way I can? Is there some minor change I can make in order to, make my
I
future a
mean,
little bit more
like,
palatable? No
I
pun
mean,
intended.
in theory, when you see a future, you can just change it. But I don't know. A lot of people have been saying that once you see a future, it's absolutely going to happen. I mean, I don't fully believe that, but I'm sure you can
Well, you're
change
saying
it.
me, he says like it tastes like crap. Let's say I've got a bucket full of I don't know, barbecue sauce and splashed him with it. Will that make him taste less like crap?
I mean, in theory.
I would hope so.
I
All
mean, you
right,
put
okay,
ketchup
that's
on
what I wanted
chicken,
to know.
and it's still gonna taste like chicken. It's just gonna have ketchup on it.
Also,
It's
when you say he's going to explode, like, have you had a way to know what kind of explosion? Like, is it going to be more of a kinetic explosion or more of a fiery explosion? Because I'm trying to see if I need to eat a bunch of asbestos first.
It's not. It's just think about it for a second. I don't think that was fire.
Okay, so I don't need to eat asbestos.
I think that's a lot of water pressure though.
A water pressure. Okay, that's
Yeah, I don't know. It's like I don't know. Did you read the story of this guy? Like that was this guy called like Goblin Slayer. Like he was like a local legend around like for a little while ago. I hear that I
nah.
hear one time he fought like a cyclops and he used gate and he hit it at the bottom of the ocean and it went like a big boom. I think that's kind of like what I imagine it looking like.
I see. All right, so that's
I
okay.
don't.
Good to know.
I do not know how to prevent it or how to fix it, but I mean, considering you're the one who ate him or is gonna eat him, I guess you're in control of your destiny. Good luck.
All right. Yeah, if it's just a watery explosion, I can deal with that pretty easily.
Okay, I believe in you. Actually, no, wait. Maybe I shouldn't be believing in you. You're gonna eat someone. Huh.
Don't
Don't
worry.
worry,
I don't.
Probably
I
deserve
do.
it.
I don't know what to think about this.
It's not
You
the
know
first
what?
time she has
You know what?
eaten someone.
You know what I'm gonna think of. You know what? You know what? I was gonna have
Look,
crab. I was gonna have crab for dinner. I'm gonna have something else. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go grocery shopping.
She turns to the party and kind of like still looking at her and goes, "Look,
You guys, I just want you to know, alright? I know you all think I'm like evil and everything, and you're mostly right. But like, yeah, one thing you understand, if I'm really going to eat someone, then especially if it's my patron to tell me to eat someone, odds
you, like,
are
tiny
they
right now?
really probably deserve it.
Hold on. Are you tiny right now, or so? Why do you sound like you put on a voice changer and it's confusing me?
That's Laviandi's
sorry, it's
voice.
just yeah, I forgot to put it on. Sorry."
Laviandi is like a really short person. She's tiny.
Laviandi is squeaky.
Laviandi is the
I
same size
understand.
as Solstice, I think.
Yeah. By the way,
No, I'm slightly
Lavianda,
taller, but not by much.
I think you want to hear this. Not Isabella. Jabel
Jabel.
and
Oh, no.
Jabel got a fortune about her being way too perverted for Kazumi. And what's the artificer's name?
Jacqueline.
Jacqueline got a similar one.
Jacqueline's like, you're gonna get along really well with a certain someone. Just eyes glancing towards, Razzle. By the way, if you look at the Discord art channel, Razzle's got new art. Razzle has stitched up a new outfit. They are no longer the monochromatic black and white mime. Now they're monochromatic purple and black jester.
La Viande is just going to like when she hears that, La Viande is just going to look at Jebel and like you just give Jebel a quick side eye and smirk discreetly, like,
Yeah, I knew it. It's always the shy
No,
ones.
it's not like that. By the
That's
way,
what I said.
Sarah had a very specific one. Basically, she's gonna meet a friend. Well, something more than a friend, at least, as far as Sarah's concerned, but she's not gonna judge. And so that's a happy thing. Very soon she's gonna meet a friend in a place where you can't see the sky, which is like, probably here. Not entirely sure.
Probably.
And also, her friend is going to get stabbed by a dwarf in a green cloak. And it's going to be poisoned. A poison dagger. And they're like, oh shit, I'm going to go punch every dwarf in a green cloak I see. They go into town. One
All
third of
green dwarves.
the dwarves and gnomes. 1/3 of them are wearing green cloaks, 1/3 are wearing blue, 1/3 are wearing red, and like 3 or 4 are wearing yellow. And she's like, fuck! And then the green
Also,
ones are
apparently the
green ones are
dwarf-
merchants. So if she goes around and punches them all, that's a lot of lawsuits.
Yeah. And Razzle has been advised to not be at the altar because someone will show up and they are not happy with her. And
Oh,
who
yeah.
was it that was gonna get shanked at the altar?
That's Razzle. Razzle's gonna get shanked at the altar.
No, not Razzle. There was someone else before her.
Mm.
At the altar?
Was it-
I think we're mixing some fortunes
No.
up right now.
No.
No, wait. She told us that in general. No, wait.
Oh yeah, here's a fun
in
fact, by the
general.
way. As soon as like the first person who was like, "Oh, I want to know the fortune," was Coolbon, and she's straight away like, "Oh, I cannot. You're a god. I can't see your future." It's like, "Oh shit," and then Dinox like just look over, and she's like, "Oh, I can't see your future. I don't know what's happened. You're not connected to anything." And it's like, "Oh shit."
Dinox. The entire time people have been getting their fortunes read has just been kind of like sitting in the cart, just like like a kid being told
It's
that
kind
they
of
can't go on
surprising
the.
that she can read my fortune then, but oh well.
I mean, you're
I
not.
know, I like
you're
the idea
not
that,
a
like-
god, and you're not literally like your soul's not broken to the point where you disconnect from everything. You are.
Dinox over here.
You're a living person.
I
Yeah,
am
Dinox
not
over-
a fucking goblin.
I
I'm
said
a pistachio.
you're a living person.
No, I didn't say that to you. I said
Anyway,
that to Dino.
so yeah, you're all caught up now.
I never said a goblin. What?
You're all caught up now. It's
maybe
about to
it
be
was
long
because I
rest
heard
time.
someone speak up. Sorry. Yeah,
I-
sure, whatever.
Sounds good.
So before we leave that gnome, so what's the other two factions, the red and the yellow?
Wait, just before in one no, go ahead. Go ask your question
Yeah.
first. Sorry.
So like, he's gonna be really proud as he like flicks his red cloak, and he's gonna be like, "Well, the red cloaks were wonderful."
Sure.
I mean, okay, listen here. I understand that kind of might come up a bit, like self-aggrandizing or whatnot, but we are the builders. Everything you see here, just taps his, puffs up his chest. We built it.
Dinox,
So
like his
the
eyes,
hell?
his eyes, like
And he
don't
just-
widen, but they kind of like lock onto him a little bit more,
points
as if he's actually seeing him.
He
And
points over at the castle, and he says, "I personally constructed this tower. It took me 200 years."
All right, insight check.
Yeah, go ahead and insight check.
16 with disadvantage.
By the
though,
way, he's not
because-
telling the entire castle. He's saying of this castle, one of the towers.
Yep. All right. That is a 19 for my insight.
Okay, 19 for insight. You get the feeling he's not lying, but when he says he personally, you get the feeling he was more, the main guy than the only guy.
Ah, I see.
It's
Understood.
more like he led the construction process and was probably the main person who made sure everything happened, but he didn't personally go there with a chisel and then spend 200 years doing all of
Okay,
that.
so he was a middle manager, always stealing everyone else's
He's a
credit.
project lead essentially.
Middle manager, same thing.
Dinok kind of like shrugs and goes, "Interesting," and will look over towards the inn and start like making his way inside.
Okay, cool. We're getting close to the ending time.
I know. I really want to get something done.
Well, I mean, the spell.
I want to use it.
Okay, absolutely. Honestly, I'm gonna hold up. Yeah.
I also
Okay,
really
so
want to
there's
bring.
nothing that really has to be done right now. Are you
Yeah,
guys
just one question
Yes?
before I take the quote-unquote long rest. So I was gonna look. Honestly, I'm gonna commit to the bit. I was gonna go to the fucking inn, as you so kindly call it. So what counts as? But since I have like a aspect of the, no, is it aspect of the moon? Yes, aspect of the moon. It's the thing with Pack of the Tome that I technically have since I'm a warlock. That makes me literally unable to sleep and not able to require sleep. So, what counts as light activity? If you catch what I'm, or if you pick up what I'm putting down.
Definitely not
Mm.
fucking, but getting fucked, possibly.
No,
Okay, listen.
not getting
I don't
fucked.
want to be too much of a pillow
that
princess,
that
but
is that listen.
Not like
listen.
that activity.
I wouldn't call sex a light activity.
yeah.
Like you
Yeah,
Fair
burn
enough.
you burn calories doing it. It actually does count as exercise. Technically.
It depends on how active you are.
Yeah, I guess I'm just going to.
I
I'm just
mean,
gonna be active as a part of the night, and then I'm
I
gonna
think
get.
cuddling would be light activity.
Yeah, sure. Well, that's good enough. I mean, it wouldn't take Lavian for that, but she actually does really like wholesome physical contact.
I don't think you need to. You don't need to sleep the full 8 hours, do you?
No, technically
Uh,
it's 6 hours of sleep plus 2 hours of
Yeah.
watch duty, for example.
Yeah, well, fair enough. Anyway,
Listen. You can get some time.
As a small
yeah,
thing,
alright.
Dinok will make sure that Jacqueline is offloaded into someone's room. Probably Razzle's.
Okay.
No, let's put her together
Okay,
with
so
Jabel.
what? Oh no!
No.
What I'm gonna do
He
is
knows that's a bad idea.
I am going to reset everyone now because of a long rest. You're all gonna go down to 1 inspiration. You reset to 1,
That is fine.
and you are gonna lose 1 exhaustion point.
Thank God, I can finally get my fucking maximum HP back up to 66.
You're
fuck's
now
sake.
at 3 exhaustion, not 4.
I love exhaustion. It's so wonderful.
It
It's just
is
awesome.
wonderful. The long rest passes without incident because I'm gonna say
How much? Sorry, how much money do I, have to pay? I'm assuming it's probably not free, especially not for me.
I don't actually know. I have never run one of these things before. I honestly included it as a joke. 5.
I'll look it up.
Does it like does it like let's see here.
Well, one silver is a day laborer's daily wage.
I'd say
So
it's
I would
probably
imagine
about a tiny bit more than that. I mean, it's
I mean, you can always default to a gold if you want.
3 silver. You want
I
to
see one that's like 4 silver per hours. So
Oh, that's like a 4 day. That's 4 days of work.
or
That's 4 days
once.
wages.
Oh, there's a wait. The
It's
price
luxury,
under that is 1 silver per hour.
No,
You know what? Let's just say 3 silver and let's just not worry about logistics.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, nice. If that's 3 silver, then I'll take 5.
All right. Let's see here.
Wow.
Just this.
You know what? Sure, that's funny. Okay. Dinog, you have your spell.
Yay! Finally.
Yeah.
Finally completes it.
Yeah. What's the quality of the rooms that were available?
Oh shit. Modest.
Okay.
Actually, no. Wait. No. Wait. It'll be comfortable. Let's see. 5e in prices.
So that's 2 gold pieces, unless you nerf it.
Okay.
Okay. You know what? Hold on 1 second. Lifestyle modest. That's what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Lifestyle
So 1
modest.
gold.
Yeah. One thing you should know: not much happens because it's a dwarf where the majority of the people here are the long-lived races like dwarves and gnomes. So it's pretty slow.
Yeah,
Things take a while to happen. It's the same thing as if you guys were in an elven forest, you know? It'd be like, right, what do you guys do for entertainment around here? Well, we usually enjoy counting how many moons it takes until something happens. It's like,
question. Is Xenon like sharing a room with anyone, or does he get his own room?
okay, so you guys have to double up because this inn is not huge.
All right.
They
They
don't get travelers super often, so they don't have like a huge inn. So at most, you guys have to double up.
Solstice will stay in a separate room because she has way too many dogs to share with anyone.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Makes sense.
What about So who's doubling up with Denoc right now? This is a real quick question.
Litney.
Litney is not here.
That is true.
Sarah?
To be fair, if you think about it, look,
I mean, to be fair,
Denoc's okay with it. He'll try and keep.
I completely fine with being the one who's sharing the room with Dinok. It's not a problem.
Sure, up to you.
Right.
If you
He'll
don't
try
want,
and keep the
if you don't want, also just Sarah and Dave are also there as possible people.
Yeah.
Okay. So you know what? That's fair.
Nobody wants to share a room with Jabel. Nobody wants to do it.
Raz, do you want to share a room with Jabel, Dave, or Jacqueline?
Wait, I thought Jacqueline was getting thrown into Jabel's room.
That was my idea, but it depends on what you choose. Do you want chaos, or do you want chaos, or do you want peace?
I want peace. Throw them in together. I guess who was the other option?
Dave.
Sure.
All right.
Looks
like we can win with chaos.
Okay, one.
Great. A little thing I'd like to say.
Oh, so Raz is alone then. I don't think there's anyone else left.
The Razzle is with Dave.
I was bunking with Dave.
Dave and Sarah's.
I think Dave's keeping the.
Listen, we have an even number of people, and Solstice wants to be alone.
Look, I would share with someone, but they have to bunk with fucking.
Okay, yeah. By the way, so because the thing is and also Laviandi's not here. Laviandi's in the other place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, in general, I posted a little meme.
I don't know if I want to see it.
So okay, hold on.
It's safe for work. Don't worry.
I'd like to.
Isekai reviewers.
No, Ishizoku reviewers, but yeah.
Yeah.
Little quick thing I'd like to.
I'll be right back.
All right. The last thing Deanoc will do, like when everyone wakes up and like he completes the spell finally, he'll like kind of breathe a sigh of relief and go and kind of like finally feel his vitality coming back. Doesn't feel as horrible. Still fucking miserable, but not as bad. He'll look towards Sarah and go, "Hey, Sarah,
Yes.
you know your petrification scenario. I
Yes.
was working on a new spell, and I just finished it. It'll allow me to peer at what's connected to your soul, and possibly even be able to affect or react with anything connected to your soul.
Really?
I mean, yeah, well, I've been seeing a lot of crazy things, and it's been giving me a couple pieces of the puzzle I never thought I'd get so quickly. So that's what I've been trying to do while I've been basically comatose this entire time. Still kind of am. But I could utilize it if you wish to, well, be, I guess, the first person to be affected by it.
Well, sure.
Alright.
Let's do it.
He'll get up, kind of like hold out his hand, and like a bunch of like projected runes will seem to like appear and like crawl up his arm until eventually they just seem to glint in his eye, like runes all surrounding his inner iris. And you're, well, I have a question. Do I believe actually no. So he immediately sees all of the souls around him, whether invisible or on the ethereal plane. So he sees your soul, um, and he will use the ability to basically affect your soul and look at it.
Would you
I think
wanna
there's a
would you
it's
wanna post the spell in chat so people can
yes.
see it?
I am currently copying and pasting it as we speak. Hold on.
Oh, it's not on your sheet, is it? Whoopsie.
No, it's pretty large, and I'm gonna be honest, I kind of messed up by not just like, copying and pasting this before, but I can just copy and paste it now.
I'm gonna just
We'll
show
put it
people.
in
I can
general.
show people the in Discord.
There it is. That
Yep,
is the full spell.
it's a spell known as Deano's Eye of the Soul. The wording
So I
might
have a
not the
question.
wording might not be fully correct. It might need to be like a little bit grammar cleaned up, but otherwise it's fine.
Yeah, so I have a question. Sarah, you get a
Sorry,
wisdom
I'm back.
saving
What did
throw.
I miss?
Well, currently
Deanoch
Deanoc is
has made
peering
his
at
new spell, Deanoch's Eye of the Soul,
Okay, cool.
and he's using that.
and he's currently using it on Sarah. And I have a question, Sarah. You get a wisdom saving throw. Do you roll for it, or are you going to willingly fail?
So 1 second. Do you want me to just read this out
Uh,
loud for anyone who's watching? Because it is a custom spell. It's a brand new spell.
Can I read it actually?
Sure.
Deanox Eye of the Soul, 4th level divination spell, concentration up to an hour. The components are not really that important. But for the duration, you can see all souls within your line of sight, whether they are invisible or in the ethereal plane. When you cast a spell, and as your action on each turn until the spell ends, you can focus your mind on any one soul possessing entity that you can see within 60 feet of you. The target has to make a wisdom saving throw or be affected by the below effects. This can only be done once per casting of the spell, and allows the caster to view the soul of the entity within range. This will allow the caster to see every curse or blessing affecting the given creature, as well as being able to identify any entity tied to it, such as devils through contracts, fade through promises, gods through blessings and curses, patrons through their connections. Direct eye of the view of the soul exposes all illusions, lies, and protection, as well as the caster has advantage against the affected target. For the duration of the spell, they're able to, the caster knows that they're under the effect of the duration, and they have advantage on all insight checks against the given creature for the next 24 hours, and the target has also disadvantage on all deception checks and sleight of hand checks against the caster for the next 24 hours. He can also, as a reaction, basically do a -5 penalty to the save and negate the end the concentration, as well as negate the use of legendary
Oh,
resistances.
yeah, so double checking. Well, just really
Damn.
quickly. No, the reaction thing is if he affects a creature, then as a reaction when the creature makes a saving throw, he can just give it a -5 penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So it's kind of
yeah.
kind of a really good setup spell, but for the most part, it's mostly RP.
basically.
Yeah.
So, question.
I'm going to fail willingly.
All right, sounds good. Sara's eye glows the same runes, and he gets an insight onto, well, I guess that'll be the end of it, because he'll basically be able to see everything that's affecting their soul.
Okay, right. So here we go into details. So first off, a fun fact: this, due to technicality, does not count as a curse. It counts as a blessing.
Interesting.
Now you might think, but they're being fucking petrified. How does that count as a blessing, right? But actually, what happens is, you could see they're being reforged. Their body is being converted into crystal. They're basically they have the blessing of the crystal warrior, where their body slowly, as they as this quote unquote blessing progresses, becomes more and more gem-like and crystalline, and they'll eventually become like a living statue. Their toughness will be increased, their strength will be increased, but they'll eventually never be able to return back to what they were. It's basically a curse, except there's just enough, benefits and control mixed in that it counts as a blessing, so it can't be affected by remove curse.
Interesting.
And
Can it
when
be?
you look at it, you can
Mhm.
see a thread stretching far into the distance, and as your eyes follow this thread, you're brought back. You feel a cold in your heart. That it's tied all the way back to the Winter Court. I can't remember the name of the guy right now, but you do know that there's a certain person in the Winter Court who enjoys collecting, quote unquote, beautiful warriors.
I see. Interesting.
And so you're not entirely sure exactly how this works, but at some point, Sarah or perhaps a family member must have been tricked into making a promise with a fae.
She got affected
Is-
by the opal exploding.
Yeah, the opal
Or did
exploding
we
is
reckon that?
the opal exploding is one thing. My mistake. You're right. The opal exploding was basically what happened. It's a how do you say this? It's an affliction caused by the opal explosion, tied with a fey promise. Like earlier when you saw it, earlier when you looked at her, you couldn't see any like tie to the fey, right? The reason for that is because it's a multitude of things. First off, the promise which she has is apparently something so benign it wouldn't show up, because again, there's not a lot of power behind it. It's not like I will give you X, Y, or Z, or I will do something for you. It's probably some super benign promise, just to lay a little bit of a tie, a little bit of a connection. Okay, something you wouldn't be able to see unless you like look super close for. And then when you guys came across that the opal-like creature that was created by the god of the concept of madness, right?
Mhm.
When that
Yeah.
explosion happened and affected Solstice, I guess you could say maybe they were unlucky that it tied to that promise. Or
Solstice? I wasn't affected by it.
no, not Solstice, Tara. Either there's a bit of either they were unlucky and it's just a coincidence that it all mixed together, or perhaps in the Winter Court that certain prince has been toying with fate.
I see. All right, interesting.
See,
Um,
messing with like you seeing the future and doing everything to mess with that, manipulating things to that benefit is mostly the realm of Baba Yaga, but it's not exclusive to Baba Yaga.
fuck. That's unfortunate. That really sucks. Question. So how like because the you said that the promise seems to have been shifted or connected to something else. Is he able to kind of glean insight on that, or is he able to is it able to be affected by anything? Because
So
it's
here's
kind of
the here's
like
the fun fact about a Fate Promise. Okay, a Fate Promise has multiple layers to it, I suppose you could say. So obviously the most clear thing is there's a literal sense for a promise, and there's a figurative sense as well. I believe you'd agree with me, Solstice, right? Like,
Yeah.
it very much depends on how the Fae means for it to be interpreted. So even if a Fae says something like, "Oh, you'll come by my side one day," that could mean that you'll physically come by their side, or that your loyalty will change to them, right? So in this
yeah.
aspect, it would probably be, I'd love to have a gem like you in my collection, which on its own doesn't mean anything, but in conjunction with her side turning to a opal, now becomes, you're going to become a gem, and you're going to become part of my collection. What do you think, Sarah? Solstice, that sounds about like right, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, that matches.
That's more or less it. Where at first glance, oh, that doesn't mean anything, right? And then now it means something.
Okay, interesting.
The Fae love doing things like this, but it's the Winter Ghost who goes this extreme.
Right. Okay.
The
Interesting.
normal like Summer Fae, the most they usually do is stuff like stealing names and attention and stuff.
Yeah.
Versus Winter Court wants body and soul.
Yeah. Summer Court is more about the lols.
Yeah, Summer Court's more about, you know what? It's a mean prank, but it's funny. Versus Winter Court is like, bitch, you belong to me.
Yep.
Are you guys okay?
Question.
Yeah, so you guys can
With
you can explain to Sarah, and then if you want, are you guys okay with ending the session here?
Yeah, Dino's probably gonna do a little bit more when the next session begins, but he's gonna just he's basically going to explain the details of the some of it they've already been told about. However, Dinok will go in depth specifically on what realm, what is connected to, how it connects, and where it will actually progress.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
If I remember
You
correctly,
can see a
Solstice
way
have already.
to. I believe you can see a way. You don't know how to remove the curse, but you can see a way to basically force it to not progress.
And
If I
that is
remember,
That is one of the alternative, or as I sent in it's via Ninja Bot by PMs, I might also be able to help, but that would be trading one potential technical curse for another technical curse.
well, okay. That aside, because nobody right now
Solstice
is in the
is
same
saying
room.
something. Let's just hear him really quickly, and then we'll
Yeah.
go back to you, Dino.
Uh, she's already aware what's happening to her because Solstice told her.
Yeah, but
Because
Dinar's going
she
into
thinks,
way more detail. Like he's explaining who and where, what realm of the Fae, and also
which
Yeah.
how
he,
the
So yeah, just
how
which
does
he
it
have
go.
already.
Dino, you don't know the exact promise, but you're pretty sure it's something like that because you're smart. You're very smart.
Yeah.
Especially
Would
yeah,
Solstice,
so you're very smart. So I'm just saying that is the closest thing you can assume.
Okay.
would Solstice know how to break such a promise?
Well, okay, hold
If
on.
she
Hold
if
on.
she no
I'd like
longer
to say something.
yes.
I I feel as though if anyone were, I no offense to Solstice, they're a summer court fae and very practiced in things. However, because it's winter court and it's also in particular Enoch has an eye on their soul and is trying to get insight on the specifics of things. I feel as though maybe he rolls an Arcana check on it, might be able to glean some things.
For
but
right
it's
now,
up to
we're
them.
not going to talk about it. Let's just say it's going to take you some time to think about this. Even with your
Okay.
19 intelligence, 19 wisdom, there's not something which you can immediately come up with.
All right, sounds
Reason
good.
I ask
We're
is
going to we're going to end
reason
this.
I
We're
ask
going to
is-
end the session here. In the middle, in between, we can do a little bit of
Yeah.
RP in between, and we can come up with a solution before the next session. Or in the next session, we can figure it out.
All right, sounds
reason
good.
I ask is
Okay, sounds good.
because Solstice is royalty. She should have access to some secret that not even normal Fae could get access to. Not even noble Fae.
I'm not sure.
Maybe.
Well, again, this is something which we're gonna have to think about exactly.
Yeah, it's also a question of whether those secrets would be applicable here.
Yeah, that's mainly why I ask if she would know.
Yeah. Either way. Interesting point.
I'm so glad I finally got a chance to use this art after so long.
Indeed.
I've had this literally sitting here for so long, and I've just constantly just kind of flipped it over. I made like a blank. The other side's blank for a reason.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's finally done.
I've
Oh, I'm gonna stop streaming now. So anyone who's watching the stream, thank you very much for being here. We're gonna end.
goodbye.
Thank you for
two,
being here.
Goodbye.
1.
Goodbye.